Good afternoon, everyone. What an exciting morning we've had. Would you agree? Welcome to your Southern California Grantmakers 2019 lunch. My name is Nikki Irvin, and I have the honor of serving as the vice chair of our board of directors. I'm so appreciative of the chance to be with you all today in this thoughtful, future-focused space. To me, this conference speaks to what is uniquely powerful about the philanthropy sector. When and where we choose, we can act with urgency and with staying power. And by the way, speaking of urgency and staying power, did anyone see Rafa Nadal yesterday? Oh, right. He really delivered 5 sets in 5 hours. We can build partnerships that endure beyond grant cycles and term limits. We can look further than the notion of a bottom line. We can address deeply rooted, decades-old issues of inequity surrounding education, economic advancement, criminal justice, and so much more. And we can take these actions in concert with the communities we cherish. Because if we don't listen closely, who will? If we don't focus urgently and intentionally on shifting our systems and structures to produce better outcomes for the vulnerable people and places we care about, we cannot expect real change. So today, as we train our focus on facing the future, on this concept of futurism, I have just one question for us all. When does the future begin? At the end of this conference? Tomorrow? Next year's funding cycle? Let's take time to acknowledge the considerable steps we've already taken together along this journey. You and your fellow SCG members have embraced philanthropy's power. More than that, you are here in recognition of our obligation to go deeper. At our previous annual conferences, in our growing public policy work, in your appetite for SCG programs, you have asked us to keep heightening the challenge. You've shown a collective hunger for examining equity from racial and gender issues to disability access and economic justice. And as we've taken each of these steps together, what new paths and possibilities have opened up before us? You might each arrive at your own answer to that question. When does the future begin? As we proceed through the day. But if we listen closely to the communities we serve, if we walk alongside of them instead ahead of them, I think we'll have to acknowledge the future is already here, and that no one group alone will hold the power to direct its course. The future is diverse, it is powerful, it is fast, it is curious, it is wise, and it will show us where to go. It will tell us where to look, but only if we're humble enough to follow as well as lead. That urgency we all feel right now, that sense of uncertainty, we've got to embrace it. That's the future pulling at our hands, reaching for the megaphone, inviting us to help add volume to its voice. The future is crying out from our classrooms, from our workplaces, from our border. So for today, for me, is a day of listening closely to that future. And tomorrow is about how we will all act together to create it. Because we can't do this work alone, and we don't have to. SCG, Southern California Grantmakers, exists to give us that space both to listen and to act. It's our community, our place to come together, not just in the present moment, but every step of the way, all the way from here to the better future we will help to create together. Thank you, Chris, and to Southern California Grantmakers' outstanding staff, and to my fellow board members. I'm honored to be a part of this wonderful organization. And on that note, let's quickly move through some business together. We've got a brief members meeting that will take care of a few nominations. I'm pleased to announce our nominations committee has put forward the following current board members to serve another 2-year term. So I'll list all of the renominees, starting with our fabulous board chair, Beatriz Solis, Tara Roth, Joe Lamarda, Adrian Wittenberg, John Kobara, Marcia Bonner, and myself, Nikki Irvin. The SoCal Grantmakers Board of Directors has approved this list of nominees to be presented to the full membership today. May I have a motion to approve, please? So moved. Do I hear a second? Thank you. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any members opposed? Congratulations to all the returning board members.